are tuned in to WEMS Radio, where we are bringing light back to the industry. This is The Spot with your host,
Prophet Pete and DJ Sean Recognize
on WEMS Radio.
Yo, what's up, y'all? We back with a special edition of The Spot. And we kicked DJ Sean Recognize to the curb. He had to go, but he ain't here right now. He got a long trip home, so he got to go. And we got our special co-host in the building, Kim Dynasty from the Kim Dynasty Show.
True.
It's your girl, Kim Dynasty.
Why her mic louder than mine, though? What's going on?
Don't get mad.
And then we got
Hash G.
UMC's
Phantom of the Beat.
I was going to say the well-known.
She trying to take it over.
I know she trying to take it over. Like, relax, calm down. You're a co-host for a reason. Relax. Take many seats. All right. So we got a legend in the building, right?
Peace.
A legend at WEMS Radio. See, we do stuff different here, and
it bugs me out when y'all say legend because, damn, I don't even. It hasn't even consumed me yet that I am a legend. I'm like, what are you talking about? LL is a legend. Like,
well, let him finish giving you the intro, bro.
Oh, my bad. What you get ready to do? Set fires over there? Don't be setting no fires.
No, he got more to put on it before you.
Let's go put it on.
Yeah, we got a legend, a GOAT, right? A GOAT in the building.
I appreciate that.
We got somebody that got enough experience and knowledge to bless the individuals that are out there. And the people that weren't here or to see it because it was not on camera and it wasn't being recorded, he was dropping gem after gem after gem after gem. And actually letting the young people know, because, he was a lot younger than everybody else in the room, what he needs to do to succeed. And he's not holding that information in. He's actually giving it out. And that's appreciated.
I'm not here to hold it back. I'm here to blow it forward.
Yeah.
Flash it forward. That's what we're here to do. But I appreciate you. First of all, I'm going to say I appreciate the platform.
Thank you.
And let's get it popping. Let's slang it out to the world.
Yeah, man. So, for those of you those that are listening that don't know you, what would you want to tell them right now in this moment?
Oh, Haas G, UMC's, Fantom of the Beat, Heat for the Street. You don't know it yet, but you're going to know. And some of you do know, but don't recognize you know. You know what I mean? This is what, from 1991 all the way up to here. You know what I'm saying? We've been rocking, we be moving, shaking, we be doing things. So it's just like, you got to study your history, you got to study your craft. The same way I studied my history and studied my craft before I even became a rapper producer. You know what I mean? I had to go and study my mom's records, my uncle's records, and study who the producers and the drummers and the violins and the guitarists were. So I learned that music before I even became a rapper. And then I became a rapper. But I knew my history already. So that's the same thing I want to tell everybody who's doing it now or in the midst of it. Like, don't get it twisted. Study who your most favorite hip-hop artists are because that's what you're trying to aspire to be. So know who they are and learn their history, learn their knowledge. Learn their style, understand where they came from, and then do your thing, but implement it in your own way.
Yeah, I think the best part, the key to what you just said was do it in your own way.
Of course.
Because a lot of times people will study an individual and then try to mimic that individual.
Emulate, they follow, and that's not what it is, like when, here's a jewel real quick, like when we first came out, what really inspired us when we first came out as a group, it was De La Soul. So I'm not going to lie about that. I ain't going to front on that. It was De La Soul, it was a whole native tongue. But we was coming from Staten Island. And I guess it was, we went to high school one night after we was listening to the radio station the night before. We taped it, and we all went to school, and we played plug tuning. And then, you know, a few weeks after that, while me and my partner Cool Kim was still building on our own thing, we said, yo, we're going to make a record. What's the name of it? I don't know. Let's call it Blue Cheese. Why? Blue Cheese? Why Blue Cheese? Well, I understand the science behind it. You know, plug tuning was that, but Blue Cheese is anything that's whack. Anything that it don't coincide with what's great. You know what I mean? That's what Blue Cheese always meant, and people didn't understand that. So we got that off of dealing with listening to De La Soul, you know. But we was from Staten Island, and our grammar was different. Our music was different, you know. But it still had the same potential punch. It still had that punch to it. And that's how we became UMCs, you know, figuring it out like that. And then that's why everybody wanted to throw us in that native tongue category. And ain't y'all down? No, we're from Staten Island. They're from Long Island. So that made it even look better. Like, wow, you know? So we didn't follow, we emulated, but we had our own style. We had our own way of doing it, you know, because they was our inspiration.
That's what's up. Kim, you got any questions? Because I know you
I got
do.
a lot of questions.
You got a lot of questions.
You got mad questions.
I knew you guys was a force to be reckoned with when I saw your poster on Martin.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, wait a minute.
That's a fact, yep.
They made it to Martin, and Martin, you know, was the #1 show at the time.
At the
Everybody
time.
was watching it, and I'm like, wow, your poster.
Yeah,
Could have been anybody's poster.
yeah,
Your poster
Yeah.
was on Martin.
yeah.
Did you catch
Every-
that? Did y'all catch that? Did you see that?
Did we see it?
Yeah.
I live it.
Yeah.
I live it.
You saw the what she's talking about. You saw the poster on the show, like.
Yeah, it's on every episode.
That's right.
What was the reaction when you first saw it? I guess that's what.
Oh, when we first saw it, it wasn't when we first saw it, what happened was, we was with Flavor Unit at the time. So, you know, we was doing UMCs, we was traveling, you know, that's when we did Soul Train and moving around and touring, and we came back and Flavor Unit was like, yo, there's a new show coming out called Martin, and you know, they want to use your poster in the show. We didn't understand what that meant at all. We didn't understand what that meant. But when you think about it and you look at it, here's a science to it. The science is, if you remember UMC's performing, whoever does know or remember, we always rocked cross colors. We always rocked mad colors. We always rocked Karachi. We had mad colors on us. Now, if you remember watching the Martin shows, what was they doing in there?
Yeah,
Cross colors,
yeah, a lot of colors, yeah.
mad colors. So it was only right that they put that poster on their wall. You know what I mean? Because we represented what the show represented. And that's when Flavor Unit said, okay, y'all want to do it? I said, yeah. But we didn't know that was going to be a big show. We just said, yes, promotion and marketing is perfect. You can't, you don't play down marketing and promotion. You never play it down, because it'll get you to where you know, got to go at one point or another. And next thing you know, we got the poster, boom, main camera on the door for the show. I mean, I look at it to this day. My kids call me to this day. Dad, I said, yo, your post, you know I know that already. You know I know that already. But people still call me for Blue Cheese when it's playing on the radio. All of a sudden at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on you know, one of the stations like, yo, they playing your record. I'm like, they supposed to. Like,
Yeah.
it'll come out every once in a while. It ain't over yet. It ain't done yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, that Martin situation was just because of, at the same time, we came out with cross colors. We came out with Hirachi. We came out with the fly gear.
Right.
The colorful gear.
The colors and stuff.
Yep. And that's what Martin's show was based on.
Your video for Blue Cheese kind of coincides with the whole premise of the show, the intro of the show, all of that.
That's how we started. You know, we didn't know we was going to land on Martin, but it worked out for us. And guess what? That's what kept me going for you know, all this time. It's etched in stone already. I told somebody, I said, yo, if the world imploded right now, well, not imploded, but if it turned into the planet of the apes and everything was broken down and the libraries was busted up and all of that, and they found the archives of, you know, all the music and all that, they'll see us on Martin's show and pull up the records and be like, all right, so who's them? Who's them? We already etched in stone, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I appreciate that, you know, more than, you know, just being the millionaire or the billionaire or whatever. I just know I did something in life already.
Yeah. Because I was saying the other day, no one's ever done what Martin has done.
Right.
And it has such a hip hop influence. And I always tell people, thank you for choosing my show when they come on or whatever the case may be. And the fact that he chose you guys, or someone chose you guys to put you out there in the forefront, representing hip hop on such a big platform as Martin, that's amazing.
It was between Martin and Live in Color at that time.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That was the genre. That's where we was running in those circles. And it matched.
Yeah.
We didn't try. It was automatic. And it came to us, and I was grateful. And like I said, I didn't know what it meant at that time. Right. But in 2019, and I'm still looking at reruns, and I'm still looking at my face on Martin. And I'm like, yo, is this serious? Are you really? Really?
That's you.
I sit in bed like this. Wow. We did that. And Martin's phenomenal.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I appreciate that show. And, you know, amongst others, it's just that was a great catalyst for us. And it kept us going all these years. So no matter what, if we don't got records out right now as UMCs, you're always going to still see us on Martin, because a lot of people watch Martin still. And they see that poster. Even the ones who don't know what they don't even know what it is, but they're like, what is that? Who are they? And, you know, some people will take time out to figure it. They'll take time out to check it, you know, but it's there. And I'm happy for that. And I'm grateful. And I know they get ready to start a new Martin. So I'm just trying to be on the show this time.
Not just the poster. You want to be on.
I want to be on the show.
So do you think that there's any platforms now that can actually create that same relevance for artists that you received back then?
Yeah, Love and Hip Hop. Psych. Nah, I don't know. You know, there's a lot of artistic people out here, you know, and shows come randomly. You don't know where it's gonna come from. You know, it could be something that we didn't even expect that happens, but we got to be prepared and be ready. I can't really call it, because there's a lot of reality TV shows out right now. So the reality TV shows are really trying to promote the artists that they're dealing with in the shows. So, you know, they're not like, you know, trying to brandish, you know, something that I can't call it. Like, I don't see no real shows right now.
Back then it was more or less product placement.
Right, exactly. And no, today is product placement too, but the product placement is with
The artist.
the artists that they're dealing with, and that's that. But our product placement was, we had nothing to do with no Martin show. You know what I mean? They looked at us and said, "Those are the new rappers coming out. We want their stuff. Put it over here." You know what I mean? Right now, I'm looking for a good show. I don't know what's going on. Everything's reality, and reality is fake. So
Yeah, very much so.
I was that. That's a bar. That's a bar right there.
there you go.
Reality is fake.
So what you got, Kim?
Let's get into some of the work that you've done for Busta Rhymes, Ghostface, 50 Cent, Little Kim. Let's talk about it.
Oh, we could talk about all of that. So, basically, let's first start with UMCs. A lot of people don't know I'm Haas G from the UMCs. We came out in 1991, first rap group from Staten Island. Not the first group. First group was Force MDs. I give them homage all day, every day. You know what I mean? We were supposed to do Summer Stage, but it got canceled by the mayor. The mayor canceled it because it was too hot in the city. You know what I mean? The apple was gonna get the rotten apple. You know how what you doing? Swatting flies?
Mosquito, that shit's
Don't worry about it. Let him. He wanted to listen.
He wanted to bite one.
It wasn't- But yeah. So we were supposed to do Summer Stage, and I know the fans was disappointed, but Force MDs, UMCs, and that didn't go down. But you know we'll figure it out again. So yeah, we're the first rap group from Staten Island, and then after that, you know, we had our stint. We did, you know, the Wild Pitch stint. That was the record label and all that, and it did its thing. You know, EMI Wild Pitch. That's how we became known. And the next thing you know, we was blown. We went to Cali. We did shows. We did the whole East Coast tour. I said East Core. Look at that. I'm a use that East Core. Yeah, but I meant East Coast tour. So what happened was we did the whole East Coast tour, all the way up and down. We went to the Midwest. We did Cali. We came back, you know, and that was the whole UMC stint. You know, then we did a second album. Second album wasn't really as appreciated as the first album. That album was called Unleashed. And the reason why that was because we didn't have the same feeling. We didn't have the same momentum. We didn't have the same drive. It was a matter of the first album was good, but by the second album, the label was getting more money, you know, off of us from the first album. So guess what? We think we deserve more money too. And if you ain't paying us more, I'm disgruntled now. So that's where the feelings came from. And that's why the second album sounded way different than the first album. And that's the explanation to everybody. Yes, sir. Come again? Nah, that wasn't us. That was the other group. That was the other group.
It was around that same time. That's why I'm confusing the two.
It could have been Cellar Dwellers.
Nah, I wasn't selling clothes. Definitely wasn't them. It's gonna come to me. Don't worry about it.
All right. Well, I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still
I'll
here.
figure it out.
I'm still here. But yeah. So by the time we did the second album, you know, we was a little disgruntled. So people didn't understand, like, how come this album don't sound like the you know, Blue Cheese and Want to Grow On and Fruits of Nature and, you know, all of that live, fun, bright, colorful. The other one was dark and gloomy and, you know, mad. So I figured out that after that, you know, it was over. Like, it was gonna be no reconciliations with the label. You know, you made $6 million off of us, and didn't want to piece us off extra because you know what I'm saying. So that's greed, and it was just like it's over. So we left the contract. We got out of the contract, and then I figured out, well, music ain't over for me. I'm still a producer. I realized I produced the first 2 albums anyway. I toured with everybody anyway. So why not produce? Why not make beats for other artists? Why not reach out to Busta and be like, look, I got a beat for you. You know? That's how it happened. Because we toured already together. He knows where I come from. He knows my group. And that's when he took Take It Off. And
That's when he was with LONS?
no, he was solo already.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was already solo. And he was working on his own thing. So that's when he did Extension Level Event, that album. And he took a beat from me. I was like, really? I was like, yo, my first beat sold to a rapper away from outside of us. I was like, yo, I sold the beat. So that was like, yo. And Busta took the first beat. And that was it. From there, I just started producing. Because from there, you get the battery in your back. Now it's like, whoa, I could do this.
Yeah, it's real.
So I started making beats. And I started reaching out to artists that I knew, who I toured with, who I ran around with. And I realized how to, use it and bring it to fruition and manifest it. So, that's how it all started. So it went from Busta, Take It Off. Ghostface, the explanation behind that is, if you remember, I said I'm from Staten Island. That's where UMCs hail from. We was the first group. But, Wu-Tang came from Staten Island too, right behind us. You know what I mean? Bigger than us, no doubt about that. But, there's a whole story behind that too. So, foundations was laid already. And we laid the foundations. You know what I mean? Just because we're the first ones that enter into the arena, you know what I mean? We might be the first ones killed, but the second regime that comes through might take over. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's how that went. So me and Ghost, we lived in the same building.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, when he took a stint, he had to disappear for a second, and I'm still moving around. And by the time he came home, we ran into each other. I'm an electrician by trade. I like to throw that out there too, because I don't like people not understanding that I do work. I work other, I do sound, lighting, I'm an electrician, all of that. So, I was coming out the building one day in the city, and Ghost is pulling across the street in a limo, and he sees me. But back then, I used to carry cassette tapes on me all day, because I got beats on me. And he pulled up in the limo, and he called me out, and I'm looking, who's this? And it's Ghost. Yo, I'm home. What up? What you doing? I'm like, oh man, I'm chilling. It's like, what's up? I said, yo, here it is right now. I gave him the tape right out my pocket, and 2-3 months later, he called me, and that's how he picked Apollo Kids. Just like that. And I was like, wow. But me and Ghost, we lived in the same building, He's on the first floor, I'm on the third floor, Mothers know each other, I saw the whole process. But by the time we did Apollo Kids, that's how it happened. He just pulled up in the city, and I happened to work in the city at that time, and I had a tape on me.
Wow.
So he caught that, and then he came with Apollo Kids, and he put Raekwon on it. So now you got Busta Rhymes, Ghostface, Raekwon. So what's next?
Would you say that? What would you say?
You got 50 Cent.
So that's a whole nother one. I knew 50 when he was with Trackmasters. So that was Sony. And that was before all the drama. And you know, we were supposed to work back then, but the powers that be, they canceled it. They shut me down. They shut me out because 50 was loving what I was giving him, but they was giving him other stuff. So you know how that go. So they're like, nah, you ain't gonna mess with this dude. Nah, no. But 50's liking it. They're like, no. I'm like, all right, no matter. So then later on, after 50 went through the ordeal and all that, and he started doing his mixtapes, I did a couple of joints on the mixtapes. You know, a lot of people don't understand. Like, I was already in there. I caught up with him again, and we was in there. So what happened was his DJ actually is my cousin.
Oh, wow.
So before he signed that deal with Dre, my cousin was like, yo, 50 needs some music. I was like, all right, cool. Hit him with the music. Next thing you know, Sha gave me a call. It was like, yo, come, let's go out here to Long Island. Let's record it. And so we recorded the record, and the record it was called Magic Stick at the time, but there was no female on it. So they took the record and they ran to Trina. And then Trina didn't fit the bill. So then they ran to Little Kim. And then she fit the bill. So, you know, that record was sitting around for a good second. So I didn't expect nothing of it. I didn't expect it at all.
Yeah.
And it just, you know, all of a sudden it came out. You know, and I was like, are you serious? Are you serious? And it was supposed to be on Get Rich or Die Trying. But it didn't make it because of the powers that be. Who's the top producer on Get Rich or Die Trying?
Gotta be Dre.
Gotta be.
Wow.
Gotta be.
Yeah.
Nah, we ain't gonna use that record.
Yeah.
That record ain't gonna make the album. Okay, no problem.
That song was so big.
Yeah, well, guess what? It was the biggest record for Little Kim's album. See? So it got sold to Little Kim's album. Now it made more sense. And that's how the universe works. It was a big record for Little Kim's album, where if it did make the Get Rich or Die Try album, it would have been flushed. You know what I mean? So it was good that it went to Kim's album, because that was her biggest hit for La Bella Mafia.
Yeah.
So it made sense, and I accepted it the way it came, and we just kept moving from there. So those are like the three transitions and the big records that allowed me to become the producer that I am, and start doing the things that I'm doing right now, and keeping it moving. So I'm appreciative, you know, I'm thankful, and I'm glad that everybody out there who's listening, and even if you don't know, now you know.
Yeah.
This is what it is.
Yeah, and that resume, and I know the resume continues.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it definitely does continue, but just those beginnings are real strong beginnings.
Exactly. Well, that's exactly what I was trying to pinpoint. Like, I hit a bullseye 1, a bullseye 2, a bullseye 3. But in the middle of all of those, I had a lot going on still. You know what I mean? But my bullseyes, those were the best for me.
But before you hit those bullseyes,
Yes.
was there ever a point in time where you was like, I gotta find something else to do?
Yes.
But was those bullseyes what brought you back, and kind of, was it the universe speaking to you saying, no, this is what you need to do?
Yeah. Like I said, I'm an electrician by trade. So, you know, sometimes you got to take a pause. You got to work. You know what I mean? You got to make money. You got to pay bills. You know what I mean? It's not music that's going to, you know, carry you on all the time. what happens is music is what helps you move, but it's your drive that helps you get there. And my drive was, no matter what, I'm going to do this electrical work. You know, I'm going to build these brownstones. I'm going to do these buildings, and I'm going to wire it up, and I'm going to, you know, set you up for light, set you up for electric. But, you know, my passion is music. So, you know, it just came to a point where I had to learn how to, and I still don't know how to do it. Sometimes I still don't know how to balance it. The only way I'm really going to balance it is if I create an electric company and have workers for me. You know what I mean? So they could do the work, I could oversee it, but I still love to do my music.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at right now, and that's what I've been working on. So to answer your question, hopefully I answered it. Yeah, it's a matter of just wanting to do what you want to do and getting it done.
And getting a paycheck for it makes it a lot better.
It makes it a lot better. But you know what? Yo, today it's crazy because a lot of artists ain't paying for no beats.
Mm-hmm.
They going on the internet, grabbing up a 99-cent beat. We used to get paid $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 for a beat.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to do that now. You know what they want to do? They want to thug out these young, new kids coming through, take their beat, and do what they want to do with it, and tell them, I'll give you publishing later.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't. Come on, son. I'm a vet. I don't play that. You want a beat from me? You want to put that stack up? I ain't even asking you for 10 stacks. I ain't even asking you for 5. Put a stack up at least. They don't even want to do that, and they sitting on money. So I don't even understand that part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I mean, me personally, everybody knows don't come to me unless you coming to me with something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, I already established that. And if you don't, I don't care. Like I said, I do electric. You know what I mean? I'll get mines one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they're starting to understand right now because the quality of music is not where it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're reaching for that quality of music again. So in order to get that quality of music, you're going to have to, you know what I mean? You got to put up or shut up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And with quality, you actually comes with the investment in yourself. So a lot of people don't want to invest. That's why they end up with the somewhat washed out quality they have.
The one hit, the things that disappear overnight.
Yeah, the one hit wonders.
Mm-hmm.
They here today, gone tomorrow.
Gone tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like you remember when we used to do records from 90s on to like the early 2000s. Them records last. Like I could still play those in the club. I could still play those in my headphones or whatever, and I still remember them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? A lot of the records that came out recently, you know, I heard it and I don't remember it no more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's a lot to this. There's a whole bunch of different dynamics to this whole game. But I'm just one of those that's here to embrace it, do what I gotta do for it, and extend my illest contribution to it. You know what I mean? So, you know, y'all know I just dropped the album.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I guess we'll get into that.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as my history, that's who I am. Haas G, UMC's, Fantom of the Beat, Heat for the Street.
You heard that, right? I hope you did, because I did. So we going to get it. I can't even see the name of the track, but we going to play one.
Hey yo, I see what's going on. The blind leading the blind. Between love and hate, there's a thin line. Little youngin' ran up on me with the nickel-plated nonsense. Sorry, OG, I gotta get mine. The world's going crazy. They done poisoned our babies. There's no more unity in the black community. No bills done took over. Got addicts snatching purses off of old ladies' shoulders. Little kids scared to come outside. Bullets flying everywhere, no place to run and hide. If it's not a homicide, it's a suicide. In the concrete jungle, you're blessed to make it out alive. Got a bad epidemic, bodies just dropping. Another overdose due to pill popping. Do Black Lives Matter? Not to the cops, his hands was way up in the sky. They still hit him with 10 shots. We gotta, we about to, we gonna, it's our duty to. We gotta, we about to, we gonna, it's our duty to.
Yo, straight facts, fat. Yo, I'm tired of all this fake rap. I'm standing on their necks again, putting work like a Mexican. You ain't real, right? Nah, you a young blood. You niggas grew up on Uzi Vert and Young Thug. Help me straighten it, they marking hip hop. Take a look at what they make of it. Game ain't dead, but it's definitely in critical. Check up like a physical. 16 descriptions, all of my words biblical. For this year, I'm bringing the real back. This the best of both worlds, the town and the hill back. Beat Bomber, Don Dollars, I know they gon' feel that. Beat Bomber, Don Dollars, I know they gon' feel that.
We gotta, we about to, we gonna, it's our duty to. We gotta, we about to, we gonna, it's our duty to. Hey yo, these rappers nowadays, I swear they messing up the game. There's no originality, they all sound the same. Monkey see, monkey do. Bunch of copycats, hip hop has been plagued with a bunch of mumble raps. Womp, 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 coming through my speakers. Hit me or do they all sound like Charlie Brown's teacher? Can't even understand them. What the hell's he saying? The sound man should be shot for the shit that they be playing. Why bother turning on the stereo when they spin the same whack songs on the radio 4 times an hour? Heavy rotation, boycott the program, director and the station. If you ask me, we should fire the whole staff. Can't let them get away with playing this trash. They're giving hip hop music a bad name. If rap ain't dead, it's hanging on by a thread. We gotta straighten it out. You heard what I said. We gotta straighten them out, man. We about to, we gonna, it's our duty to. We gotta, we about to, we gonna, it's our duty to.
The Fantom.
Yes, people, lighter. Anytime this one drop, enough color for fire people. Back on the boards again. Fantom, the man ship mad ja. Alright, people. Anytime this one drop, your beer murderation, yo. Ja. Chip for aka Jungle Rock Junior, the future, yo. Anytime this one drop, yo, make way, people.
Girl, question. Like me. Well, if you like me, girl, then nobody fight me. The night, see we there dance, you want right, me try to rush your waistline, and you just push me slightly. Hold on, we'll try do this. No matter watch like them a sight, see get close tight. Slide me like a tight 90, but it look real nice. The wife, you respect your mighty, and not some little side piece. You might be, but tonight, see. When the DJ play this, your record, you go like it. It kinda nice, so me like it at the right speed. Well, I be the right thing to move right tonight on my feet. Alright, people, make come a dance, let's go. Let's get into it, do it. Come on, the wall right away. So put your hands up. Come on, for the wild people. Long time dance, yes, with the wall in box. Wind up your body, girl, and show them that it no say.
Wind up your body, girl.
You feel hot, you're tight. Let's sweat the trickle down your face, just wipe it slightly. Stacked in your short, you're about 5 feet. Hold it tight, yo, that's how I got enough balls for the fork is strictly fish up me dish or so me tweet. I guess your sign I'm Gemini. So follow my lead and make me see your ID when I leave. No trick up my sleeve. And it seems like this tight squeeze already getting out them tight jeans tonight. Seems like it might be the night of my dream. Now anytime that we come and dance, let's go. Let's get into it.
When I play.
So put your hands up, show your dreams up. Long time, girl, just be the one link up. Wind up your body, girl, and show them that it looks safe.
It no safe, people, bring down now. Alright, people, rest up a bit, you know, wipe off the sweat and everything. When this one drop, mad them once again.
Question, you want no mind.
Let's go.
And I'm in the girl tonight that I run my lane. Sticking a mile in, become a quiet game. No one change about my brain. And give me one big migraine. Headaches and ready talk about the family. So back it up a little bit, don't scuff up my swing. Shoot them, just move with, you know my child. Scuff up, but shoot them, me too afraid because it might sting. Next question, yo, what's my aim? Enjoy the bashment, they believe about 9
What's my aim?
In the morning, now you me want since you walked in from out the park and it's dancing on the people. Now anytime that me come and dance, let's go.
We come and dance.
Let's get into it when I play. Come on the wall right away. So put your hands up, one drink, let's go. Long time, girl, just be the one link up. Wind up your body, girl, and show them that it looks safe. Now when it's time that me come and dance in the play. Let's get into it, come on the wall right away. So put your hands up, one flower now. For a long time, girl, just be the one link up. Wind up your body, girl, and show them that it looks safe.
Hit the safe, people. Check the jaw. I don't try to sample my shit neither, I'ma just talk over this shit. I don't want nobody doing no friggin' remixes, yo. Get the job. Wait. Keep talking. Jungle Rap Junior, the future, yo. Fantom of the beats, yo. Black King. They are first one.
S-I-N-Y on the Trans-Europe Express. Whipping off the Autobahn, got dreams to invest. Solid schemes can't rest, as a matter of fact. Entrepreneurs, how you would address me, Black Caesar. Drop metaphors, enigmas, brain teasers. No respect for your shorty, she a brain pleaser. And y'all do so lame. Evolving backwards to the point where we started the game. We about to pick up the pieces. Stick ups and creases. UMC's beast is. Rough times I can ease these. Gave you one to grow on back then so you could seize these. Big stacks, NASDAQ, flashback, hard attack.
And that hand come back, this is blood pack. You writing the facts, you writing exacts.
We the streets of life,
and you love it like that.
Big stacks, NASDAQ, flashback, hard attack.
And that hand come back, this is blood pack. You writing the facts, you writing exact.
We the streets of life,
and you love it like that. I'm on the block, you on the block. You getting shot, I'm getting loved a lot. You on the block, you get chased by cops. I'm coming through all the violent stops. You think you rough, you think you raw, you think you tough. But the truth is you ain't thinking enough. You're on the run, you're in a constant struggle. Y'all never have no fun, you're just a bunch of sentimental cats with minimal facts, with mental collapse, men with boneless backs. I'm proactive, you react, my man, I put a plan together, you can't count the rack, come on.
Big stacks, NASDAQ, flashback, hard attack.
And that hand come back, this is blood pack. You writing the facts, you writing exacts.
We the streets of life,
and you love it like that.
Big stacks, NASDAQ, flashback, hard attack.
And that hand come back, this is blood pack. You writing the facts, you writing exact.
We the streets of life,
and you loved it like that. Dig, I got a hit, 4, 5, 6. You was in the mix, shorty turning tricks. And Project Chicks is doing beat flicks. I got a rush, y'all cans is empty and easy to crush. Dig, I got a life, 3 kids, I got a wife. You got a bitch, you got a hoe, you got stripe. I concur, you are who you thought you were. Reasonable calm, you can't get caught in style. Matter of fact, my differences is want and need. And you wanna be something I need to succeed. My vision visualize is true indeed. Baby boy, your block ain't hot, you own no deeds.
My gamble's great, take the 8 ball on break. Run the streets down low like the cops on the tank. Keep a whole entire crew that burn from both ends. Regulated, we bout business. Friends up in this, my love for you timeless. Endless angels here on earth, not sinless, dangerous since my birth. God writ this while I take action. You eyewitness. Big stacks, NASDAQ, flashback, contact.
On the hand, come back, this is blood pack. You writing the facts, you writing exacts.
We the streets of life,
and you love it like that.
Big stacks, NASDAQ, flashback, contact.
On the hand, come back, this is blood pack. You writing the facts, you writing exacts.
We the streets of life,
and you love it like that.
Big stacks, NASDAQ, flashback, contact.
On the hand, come back, this is blood pack. You writing the facts, you writing exacts.
We the streets of life,
and you love it like that.
Big stacks, NASDAQ, flashback, contact.
On the hand, come back, this is blood pack. You writing the facts, you writing exacts.
We the streets of life,
and you love it like that.
Yo, we back. We back. And I felt like I was in like a time machine. But everything was relevant.
Back to the Future. It's called Back to the Future.
Yeah, basically.
That's
Back
what
to
it
the
is.
Future.
And that wasn't even the epitome of it all.
No?
Like, nah.
That was just a taste.
That was just a
scratch the surface.
That was that sampler that you get when you go into the restaurant and they give you a little taste. Here, you want to see this? Here, taste it. Do you want it? You know what I mean? That's when you say, yeah, I'll mess with that. Give me a whole plate.
Yeah.
That's all that was.
And the beats, the lyrics, like you don't hear real instruments in a lot of these beats nowadays. You had the saxophone, the drums playing. It's just crazy.
And I'm trying to portray to the people, like, I'm not trying to compete with anything that's going on. I got my own lane.
Yeah.
Period. That's it. I'm doing my own lane.
You got your own highway right now.
That's it.
That's it.
We doing our own lane. Everybody can do theirs. You know, this ain't bumper cars. You stay on your side, I stay on mine. I do what I do, and that's it. Whoever's gonna fly and follow, that's all. That's all I care for. You know what I mean? But I guarantee you this much. You know, the road less traveled it'll guarantee you a whole lot more travelers at the end of the day. You know what I mean? But if you don't do it first, who's going to do it?
That's right.
Who's going to do it?
And that's a perfect way to put it.
Be an innovator.
Innovation is key.
And
like you said, you might be the first one that they come for, but you still did it first.
That's right.
You left your mark.
That's right.
And that mark is to be emulated by
whoever comes behind us.
That's it.
That's all.
And the legend lives on.
That's it.
All the time.
That's it.
It's a beautiful thing.
We here to teach.
Yeah.
You know, leave legacy, teach, pass it down. You know what I mean? Like earlier I did say I wish our elders knew a lot more to be able to do it for us. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't figure that out. So at what point is it going to be figured out? All right, well, I'm going to do my due diligence to play a part in trying to figure it out. So this way, at least, I could pass it to the next one. Hopefully, whoever becomes my understudy, they'll take on what I taught them and do what's needed. You know what I'm saying? And keep it moving. Like, I'm not a hater on nothing that's going on. I love it all. But, like I said, we got our own lane. So, if I could keep this lane going and keep passing down the science that I know, and it gets perfected, because it can get perfected too. You know, don't get lost. There's a lot of records that are out there that uses samples. You know, everything isn't just keyboards and synths and all of that right now. There's a lot of samples involved you know, with certain peoples. You know, Rick Ross, to take account, and some of them, he loves samples. The difference is the way they use his samples is just a little different, you know. But he uses samples, but they use them 808s, they use them big drums and them trips and them trip snares, and it's all good. But I hear the sample in it. I hear the sample.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, that's good. But that's reinvention, you know, of it all. So I believe in that. Like, that's fly. That's dope. You know? So however it gotta be done, let it be done. But me personally, whatever my craft is, I'm just passing it down to whoever's next.
So you don't mind sampling Blue Cheek?
Huh?
No,
I heard you.
So you don't pass it down.
I heard you. That was a good one. Nah, he caught me. I was like, oh, word. Nah, only because we was thinking about doing it over again. You know what I'm saying? So when he said it, it was like, damn, it got out there already.
Hey, shit, we heard it right here first.
It got out there already. Nah, but no, of course not. I have no. Nah, I'm good with everything. Music, there's nothing new under the sun. You know, and that's the truth. You know, even from the James Browns, Phil Collins, Lynn Collins, you know, Isaac Hayes. All we did was repeat what they did, you know, just in our form, in our fashion, you know. At certain times and points, it comes to a medium where, you know, we trying to believe in the medium. You know, we're trying to feel that, okay, I gotta let go of what it was and get into what it is. But not all of us could do that. You know what I'm saying? Some of us can. Me, I'm a professional. I know how to fluctuate all over the place. But no matter me fluctuating, it don't matter to me that it is what it is, but I'm still going to keep my path. You know what I'm saying? I'll respect everything, but I still got my path to go. So that's how I am as a producer in doing music.
And that's great. And I will say that all the records we heard, great quality. Like,
I appreciate you.
Like, the quality was awesome. You could hear how crystal clear everything was. And a lot of music that's produced nowadays does not sound like that.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
I'm a producer where I come from the 2-inch tape. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I come from reel to reel. I learned how to do all of that back then. So there's nothing that's going to sound lackluster on anything that I do. You know what I mean? Right now, I'm never nothing's going to sound thin, light. You know what I mean? Them snares is going to crack. That kick is going to pop. You know what I mean? And that sample or them keyboards or whatever we using is going to be crystal clear. Them vocals are going to be even more dynamic on top of the record. So it all blends in together. It's gumbo. It's gumbo.
Yo, and that's amazing.
Appreciate you.
Like I said, the GOAT. See? I had it right in the beginning. See?
So now, who do you look to, like, nowadays, production-wise? Who are you looking at and saying, wow, they're pretty incredible, they're pretty dope?
Nowadays? I don't even know. Like, really? I don't listen. No, I'm really, I'm a Buddhist monk. And when I say that, I mean, I listen to the records that's out, but I'm not really aware of who's doing anything or whatever. And I'm not gonna lie, this is not. You know who puts me on to stuff like that? My young producers. Cause I got a crew of young producers. They'll put me on to what's popping, who's popping, you know, on that tip. But me personally, I don't know nobody's names. Everybody's little something, young something. I can't it don't compute.
Mental space.
Mm-hmm.
It don't compute. So I can't say it again.
You ain't got the mental space for
I
that
don't.
shit.
I don't because I'm so focused on what I'm trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'm sure, like, I could probably call the record out before I could call who produced it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, what record do I really, really like right now? And then I know the producer. So, you know, I like Kendrick's.
Mm-hmm.
I like anything Kendrick do, Lamar, I like.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, I just can't call it because I jade myself. I keep myself locked in order to not be infectious, infected by what's going on. Like, that's how I always learn. In order for you not to be a follower, you have to subject yourself to being seclusive. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you have to listen. One day or another, you gotta let your cousin take you out to the strip club just so you can see what's going on. And then you I don't want to be here. I want to go home. This music ain't doing it for me. I don't know. But I don't pay attention to everything that's going on. I'm really in my own world, you know?
Okay.
And every once in a while, I'll peek my head out just to see or try to feel. But no matter what, I still got to stay in my own zone. And it's hard for me to understand what's going on with everybody else. I'll appreciate what's happening, but I don't really dig too deep into it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I let it be what it is. And then I go my own way still.
Amazing. So, I think we actually came to our time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So what we're going to do is we're going to let you give out your social media so that people can follow you, how they can find you, and where they can find all those new projects you're putting out.
Man, I'm gonna tell you this much. I'm a bumbler when it comes to the social media thing, but let me try it right now. So, y'all can catch me at Fantom of the Beat on IG. That's Fantom with a F, not a PH, because a lot of people get it twisted. FANTOM of the Beat on Instagram. You can do the same thing on Facebook. The new album is called Audiodrome. I want everybody to understand that. It's called Audiodrome. It features a lot of diverse artists, a lot of diverse songs, all the way from hip hop to R&B to reggae. You know, I think the reggae song should be the song of the year right now, coming up for Labor Day, because that's a hot one. You know, so Audiodrome and you know, Haas G, UMCs. And if not, just Google me all day long. You know, that's it right there. You'll find me all day, every day. I'm not new to the game. I'm a vet to the game.
So what you got for us, Kim? Let us know how they can follow you.
Kim Dynasty. You can find me at the.kim.dynasty.show. I'll definitely be sending you some dates, schedule you for my show.
Definitely.
Too many dots.
You was a good. Well, I left out the underscores.
Oh,
but you really don't have to. You really don't have to say the underscore. You just type it in; it'll come up.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm definitely with your show. You was a good co-host.
Thank you.
Prof, y'all did good. I appreciate it. Yo, this was one of the best shows
Thank
that
you.
I've been on.
Thank you.
know,
Thank you.
Y'all look like Ebony. No, y'all look like what Fishes and what.
See, oh my.
Cephas
and Reeves.
What is it?
yeah, that's Elise.
Yeah, that's just a joke. But y'all looked real good doing it.
Thank you.
And I appreciate it. And I had fun.
Yeah,
I'm glad that you did.
I had fun.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to get you up here more.
Yeah. Well,
I'll be around.
Usually when people say they have fun, we did what we were supposed to do this evening.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's good. So what we're going to do, we're going to go back to that track that you said that need to be on that float on Monday. So somebody need to play it.
Oh wow, thank you. Hey.
Is that it?
Yes, people, lighter. Anytime this one drop, no color for fire people. Back on the boards again. Fantom, the man ship from Monday. Ja. Alright, people. Anytime this one drop, your beer murderation, yo. Ja. Chip for aka Jungle Rap Junior, the future, yo. Anytime this one drop, yo. Make way, people, girl. Just Monday.
Like me. Well, if you like me, girl, then nobody fight me. The night, see we there dance, you want rap, me try to rush your waistline, and you just push me slightly. Hold on, we're trying.